Hey guys, what's up? JD here, and today I'm going to be going around to some of my favorite places in all of LA to check out an accessory that I think should be in everybody's camera bag. I have yet to see another camera company do this, and I'm really excited to show you what it can do. Let's go. Now these are hybrid filters from Sandmarc, combining both an ND and a PL filter all in one. Now before I go on, full transparency, Sandmarc did send these out for me to check out and did sponsor this video, but if you know me and if you know my channel, I've been talking about their stuff for well over 2 years. Check the channel. I'll make sure to place all the links to everything that I talk about within the video in the description down below. All right, so what are ND and PL filters, and why are these so essential for every photographer and videographer out there?
Well, first let's talk about what you get within this pack. You get a filter carrying pouch that holds your 3 different filters, the first being an ND16, the next being an ND32, and the last an ND64.
Now the pros out there, they understand what those letters and numbers mean, but for the beginners out there and those who just want a refresher, let's give a brief summary of how f-stops and ND filters work. Think of ND filters as sunglasses for your lens. They filter out the amount of light coming into the lens, making the image appear darker and more evenly exposed on a bright sunny day. So imagine you're outside shooting and you want the subject to be in focus, but give the background that beautiful blurry cinematic bokeh goodness. But the problem is, in order to do that, you have to set your lens to a lower f-stop, opening the aperture way up to let in as much light as possible, and on a bright sunny day, you get this, a shot that looks like you're filming on the sun. Now to solve this, you can stop down to a higher aperture so we're not being blinded, but now the entire background is much more in focus, losing that super cool cinematic feel. Using ND filters can give you the best of both worlds. You can get that cinematic blurry background and be evenly exposed at the same time. Now the image on the right looks nice, and there's a time and a place for that look, but more times than not, I'm going to prefer the image on the left. I just think that it looks cooler. Plus, having the background fully in focus can sometimes be distracting. Like in this shot, you're probably less focused on the subject and more focused on the Hollywood sign behind him. Now yeah, ND filters and PL filters are cool and definite must-haves for any camera bag out there. But the thing that's unique about these, like I said before, is these are hybrid filters where it combines both of them. And for professional videographers, photographers, this is a really, really big deal. Now what are CPL, PL, or polarizing filters? And for one, all of those names mean the exact same thing. So when somebody refers to any one of those, they're talking about one thing. But the main thing about CPL filters is that it is designed to reduce glare coming off of things like windows, things like water, in order for you to see through it instead of capturing the glare. See, if you just turn the ring on the filter, hence the circular part of the polarizer name, you are adjusting the orientation of these parallel microscopic lines on the glass, which filters out specific polarized wavelengths of light that are being reflected off of non-metallic surfaces, because, you know, physics. This is without the PL being used, this is with it. Unusable footage, usable footage. Client not happy, client very happy. Hi, Stevie. Think of it as pulling down the highlights in a shot. That means that it affects things like the blue sky at certain angles, so you can make it darker to give a better dynamic range for your shot or photo. Not to mention, PL filters can help create motion blur that really makes a shot feel more cinematic. Now, when you're shopping for these filters, you want to make sure that you get the right thread size. The number is always located on your lens, yep, that thing right there. And these Sandmarc filters come in 4 thread sizes, 58 millimeters, 67, 77, and 82, and the prices range from $169 to $199, depending on the thread size. Now, before you go on and say that that's really expensive, honestly, it's not for a good set of filters. And normally you'll spend about $200 to $300 for a good set of ND filters, and then on top of that, you got to spend another $100 for a CL filter. And with this, you get it all in one for less. To me, it's a complete no-brainer. Now this beast here, this is the 24-70 Canon L series lens, which has a 77mm thread size. Also have a 35mm lens and a 100mm macro, both of which have a 67mm thread size. And the best way to do it is just to buy one filter, unless you're Scrooge McDuck moneybags and you want to buy both of them. It's not really the best way to do it. The smarter thing to do is to buy one and then buy these things called step-down rings. Again, I'll link that stuff down below. And effectively what that does is that can retrofit a larger filter to a smaller lens. That way it can work with anything. Again, I cannot stress how important these are for every single camera bag out there. If you want to pick yours up, links are in the description down below. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And it's been a while since I made a video, so make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and comment down below because I'd like to hear from you all again. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you soon.